Hey guys, this is Jared here again with another episode of Verlore Verstand. Now, I think I'm on the latter half of the game, which is why the difficulty was ramped up a bit. So, yeah. Screw it, let's just get right into it. Now, the interesting thing about these guillotine... The interesting thing about these guillotine-like contraptions is, I think the latest that the guillotine was actually used, or I'm sorry, yeah, I guess the latest in history anyway, that was actually used was, what was it? I think it was just early 19th century. And, yeah, then, wait, no, that was hangings. But, okay, let's see what else we got. The latest that a guillotine was used, I think, was the 19th century. I can't remember if that actually was. But, yeah, I just find that fascinating. Just because, I mean, we think of the guillotine as one of those older execution methods. But in reality, it wasn't, they didn't stop using it till much earlier in history than we thought. Or, yeah, much later in history. That's going to come back, right? But yeah, I think the last, let's see. Alright, the last words of, who was the criminal? I can't remember the criminal's name, but, the, Nike slogan, actually, has, yeah, it's just, modified from the, last words of, I think it was the last guy who was, publicly hung. I'm not sure, though. But, excuse me. I think it was the last guy. Anyway, the guy's last words were, let's do it. But, yeah, Nike adapted those words into their "Just Do It" slogan. Which, I mean, it's pretty funny, you know? A shoe company being associated with a, oh, what was the guy's crime? I think it was murder? I'm not entirely certain, though. But, yeah, on that topic, apparently the, most expensive form of, execution, or at least, I'm not sure if it's most expensive, but apparently the, cost of keeping a prisoner alive for a life sentence is, less than one use of the electric chair. I'm not entirely certain, though. All of this stuff is hearsay. I'm not an authority on any of these matters, so, yeah, don't quote me on it. But, and things I find fascinating, there's, well, some of them are kind of morbid. Running face first into a blade apparently causes you to die. Someone should test that out. No, you should. But, You know, I think my favorite form of absolute fictional execution, I mean, it's not like it's not like a lawful execution or anything, but is the Texas-style shooting line, where pretty much they just go all out with their guns, just firing them off all willy-nilly at the one person who's guilty. That was on the upswing. Though then again, I guess if you come in contact with it, there's no real damage meter, so, yeah. Anyway, just... I don't know, it's only really been used for comedies purposes, I think, but that would be a really, really brutal way to go, you know, just... pretty much everyone pulling their guns and just firing on you. That's not that good. Though, then again, I think that my fear, just for the horribleness of it, is the, blown from a cannon. Or blown from a gun, I think is. Anyway, it's pretty much where, the criminal is tied up by their arms and legs, with their stomach resting on the end of a cannon. And well, yeah, I think you can figure out the rest from there. But, yeah, it's, probably one of the messiest. So, I mean, there's also a, I think I heard somewhere about an execution method of, pretty much getting an elephant to stomp on the, victim's, limbs, chest, and then finally their head. It's not a pleasant thought, but, I don't know, I find, just cruel methods of execution kind of fascinating, and, sort of why would they do that kind of thing. I mean, sure, in some societies you want the criminals to pay an even harsher punishment than just public humiliation. But, I mean, still, a lot of that stuff is kind of messed up. Not kind of messed up. A lot of that stuff is really messed up, you know? It's like someone coming up with an execution method today of, let's see, of, no, I think that was an actual one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that, like, coating honey on, the bottom of a person's feet, or somewhere on them, and leaving them out in the sun to get devoured by ants. It might have been from a fictional material, but I don't know, but now that I think about it, that's probably the worst one of them all that I've heard of. Because, I mean, it's a really slow, agonizing death, you know? And you're essentially getting eaten alive very slowly by insects. It's just... I don't like it. Let's see, if I had to come up with an execution method... Hang on the cross? No, wait, no, that's already been used. Not hang on the cross, that's... my mind's drawing a blank for some reason. Oh, I know. Decapitation by plastic cutlery. just using a very, very dull knife to just slowly sever your head. Clean off your shoulders. And I think that was what I was supposed to do. I'm not sure, though. No, that's probably not. Alright, so that's there. So if I don't do anything, I can jump over to the... Yeah, I'm going to see if that works. Oh yeah, with plastic cutlery, or getting your head kind of eaten off. I mean, that would be absolutely horrible, you know? And there's no way that would ever be able to get a pass in any society nowadays. Well, then again, a lot of the older execution tactics, well, not tactics, techniques, wouldn't get a pass. So if you think about it, all the execution techniques today are pretty much to cause, I don't want to say as painless a death as possible, but sure, yeah, to cause as painless a death as possible. Because, I mean, you have to be humane, right? And, yeah, chopping off someone's head, I don't think counts as humane. Crap, this is probably... So, do I like that torture? That's so close. So close. I think that a lot of today's execution methods are like designed to be the least painful of execution methods. Because if you look back to, well, I already mentioned hangings and whatnot. If you look back to things like the cross, you know, you're pretty much hanging there until your legs gave out, and it's pretty much a much slower version of hanging, which is, I believe it's termed very messed up. Because, well, it's the slowest way of strangling someone, short of very, very, very slowly. Just, you know, sort of slowly, just tightening a noose, just very slowly. Like, not just letting a person hang, no, but, well, then again, hanging doesn't strangle them, it, hanging doesn't strangle, it, snaps their neck. Well, I mean, a proper hanging, anyway, snaps the neck. And did I just mess up this for myself? What's the way I can get back over there to reignite one of those fires? No, there's no way. Which means I'm gonna have to restart. Unless, just a few minutes, if I can't find a way to, you know what? I'm gonna finish this episode and then, wait, now, what should I do? What should I do? See, these things are clearly not on a timer. That seems like it's higher up than the others. Could I possibly make a running jump to it? Ah. So, I don't know, what do you guys think are the worst execution tactics? I mean, well, not tactics, I guess. There's nothing really tactical about an execution. It's more just, alright? Execution methods has it, yeah, I guess that is. I'm not going to say that I'm a fan of aim because, well, that's just, well, cruel, you know? I can say that one of the ones that I appreciate the care that would go into it is, actually, no. Screw that, I don't condone executions. Oh, in this case, yeah. I, kind of backed myself into a corner here. So, yeah. Thank you guys for your support, and, I will, yeah, I'll have another video up, tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, and, yeah, I think I said that I'm about more than halfway through this, so, I mean, I might... Well, then again, if the levels get harder than this, it might be more than 10 episodes. I was going to say it might be a bit less, but, well, the difficulty kind of is just ramping up, you know? But, yeah, I think I should probably start putting some annotations for the other parts, like one here, or one here, and I don't know, one there. And also one there. So, yeah. Bye.